Howdy, and welcome back here to Osada as we are continuing on with our, old style farming series. And I say old style for multiple reasons. One, the term old is relative to who you're talking to. So we're kind of going with, things that are at least 20 years old. And I say style because it's kind of hard to determine in this game when stuff was manufactured, so we're going with stuff that has a style of equipment that's at least 20 years old. So that's kind of our premise for this series, and we're going with kind of a small style farming. But anyways, let's talk about this episode. We have a lot we want to get done. We're going to plow up this field, and then we're going to plant it with sorghum. The reason for that being, sorghum in the field over there in front of us should be ready to harvest at the same time. And then when we're done with that, I need to get some more straw bales for the cows, so we'll probably head down to the store and get some of that. But before we head to the store, I also need to fertilize the grass field. So let me continue on with getting this plowed up, and then we will get started on the planting. Just finishing up the first headland here. I think on the sides we're fine for headlands. But I'm going to do a couple here on this end here because we need some room to turn around. I'm not so worried about the other end because, it's a grass field on the other side. So, hey, if we have to drive on the grass a little bit, no biggie here. But we do have some trees and stuff here on this end, so I want to do a couple of headlands and then we will start on the up and downs. Well, got our headlands all established and went ahead and did a couple on each end just for kicks and giggles. So let's continue on with here, and we'll get this field all plowed up here. And then when we're done with this, we got to get started on the planting before we move on to fertilizing the grass field. Just about done here with the plowing, and this is definitely putting the tractor right towards its limit there, as you can see in the RPMs, but it has pointed out something that I need to get this tractor serviced soon. Because I did have it stall out a couple of times, and we haven't really had it serviced, so I think what we'll do is when we head to the store later on to get some more bells, because we're going to have to buy some bells because we are out and our cows need bedding. But anyways, when we head to the store, I think I will also have them service this tractor while we're there. But we are all done with the plowing, so let's head over and grab the seeder and get our sorghum into the ground. So I wanted to pull up the PDA here to talk about why we're doing sorghum. One is the planting. In May, there's only a couple of crops we can plant, but also is when we can harvest it, which is in August or September, which actually coincides perfectly for our winter crop planting come in September, when we can start planting wheat and barley. Got our seeder all hooked up here, and let's switch it over to the sorghum. And it has started raining here, but I think this rain will not last very long here, so we're just gonna fly through some time real quick here and wait for the rain to stop. Alright, that little light rain only lasted a little over an hour, so let's head over here. I'm gonna get the seeder refilled up with this wonderful container here from Gaming Joy. Fantastic mod, love his work, love his content too. And there actually, that container has two different, I guess you can call variants or models. One's an old school, one's kind of a more modern, cleaner look, and then each one has, I guess, three different variants. I'm not sure what. One's a model, one's a variant. Anyways, each one has three different ones where you can have buying it from the store, buy it at a discount, or use it as a kind of container. Oh, I need to unfold this. But anyways, fantastic mod, highly recommend it, and also his content. We're gonna get started here. Let's get this sorghum into the ground, and we might have a little bit of moisture in the fields, but it did only rain for about an hour, and it was a light rain, so I don't think we'll have too much of an issue. I do want to stay out of the other field because I don't want to cause any destruction over there. Let's get lined up with this edge right about here. Should do it. Lower that down. All right, there we go. All right, so let's continue on. Let's get this field all planted, as this tractor does struggle a little bit here. And then when we're done with this, we also need to fertilize that grass field out there in front of us. Headlands are all done, and we're going on the up and down rows here. This definitely will take a little bit because, you know, well, we don't have the biggest seeder. But you know what? It's within our budget and it does what we need. Just takes a little bit longer. And it works. And that's basically all you need to do is it puts the seed into the ground. You know, we got time, lots of time. So let's continue on with this and get this field planted. And then we will move on to fertilizing the grass field. And hopefully we can get all this done before it gets too dark because I still need to go to the store to get some more straw bales. And as we are going through the second half, well, more than second halfway through the up and downs here, I do want to talk a little bit about this, let me turn it around here, this series as a whole, and also a little bit about the channel too. So we're going to kind of use July as a transition month to kind of change our schedule a little bit, and I'll talk more about that in other series, and as well as I will eventually put a channel update to kind of our plans for that. But we're gonna make some changes on that on the channel as far as like when we come out with episodes and what series we're going to be doing as well in the future. But for this series, I do want to make a change because as you are hopefully aware, like one of the goals of this series is I want you guys to be involved in helping decide, you know, how we do things, what equipment we get, and everything along that path. So as part of that, I'm actually planning on post July 4th, which our next episode would be on July 4th, but we're not going to do one because of the holiday. But we are going to do on our next episode, switch it over to a live stream. Now, the reason for that is I want to take advantage of the features in YouTube where we can do a live poll and have you guys like, hey, if you have a decision, hey, do you want to buy this equipment or do you want to buy this field, or whatever it may be, you can do a live poll right then and there and have you guys vote on the poll to decide what we're going to do and if we're going to do it or not, or buy it or not. So that is kind of the plan for that. And the other part of that is we're going to move the series back to Friday. Part of that is for the live stream. I want to make sure it does not conflict with my work schedule. So we're going to move it to a Friday, and also the timing will be probably later in the day on Friday. So I'm on the West Coast, so Pacific time zone. The plan will probably be right around 5 or 6 on Friday. I will schedule them out in advance, so you'll be able to see that and everything. So that's kind of my plan going forward for this series, is to get everything live for it and make all the decisions live as we go. So that way I hope you guys can be more involved with this series and kind of help guide it. And we did get all the sorghum into the ground, so I'm gonna head over here, get this equipment all washed, and we'll get it put away, and we're gonna grab the slurry spreader so we can get the grass field all fertilized. So let's get this refilled here real quick. And I absolutely love this tanker from Ariagi 40 Modding. So we have to change it over to the pump over to fill. Then we need to open the cover. Let me see. There we go. All right, now we can fill it all up. And then let's close the cover, switch the pump back to emptying. There we go. All right, we are ready to go. And yes, I know if I had the manure thing mod, use hoses, but actually I'm not sure if this map is compatible now. What's this check? So this is, oh, this is fully fertilized. So we're ready to go on this field. We don't have to fertilize that one. I double check that. So what we need to do is just the grass field, and we will be ready to go. Well, we'll be done with all the fertilizing. So that is awesome. Which means our next bit of field work will be right around, well, when it's time to do some harvesting. Actually, most likely we will have to mow this grass before we do harvesting again. But yeah, that'll be our next bit of field work. So that could be a couple of months from now. But as we're heading up here, I did want to mention, because I don't know if I don't think I mentioned this before when we were talking about this series. But as I mentioned, we are moving this over to a live stream. It will be also moved back to Fridays. So I did mention that we won't be having an episode next Thursday because of July 4th. It's a holiday. However, with our next being moved to Fridays, we will have an episode next week. Just not on Thursday, it'll be on Friday instead. So just wanted to clarify that because I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. But yeah, in case I didn't, I mentioned it now. So let's continue on with getting this field all fertilized. And then hopefully it won't be too late. We can head down to the store because I do need to buy a couple of bales of straw. Yeah, those poor cows, you know, our cows are making a lot of money from us. So yeah, I know bedding is probably not as important, you know, going into summer months, but it still is. We want to take care of our cows because they are making a lot of money. Are we on single application? Oh, we're never on double application? Let's switch that over. Oh my, I just wasted a bunch of slurry. Also, that means we can go faster now too. Oh well, whoops. Thankfully it was only a part of the field, a small part of it. So let me continue on with getting this with single application of slurry so we can get our field fully fertilized. And then we're done with this, we're gonna head to the store. We are making really good progress here on the up and downs, and we're getting pretty close to being done with this field already, which is awesome. I love our equipment. Oh, I just missed a little bit there. Let me just finish this up here. We'll go back and grab that. But I do love our equipment. I think the equipment we have is the perfect size for the size of farm we have, because we pretty much, you know, we're going for smaller farming style in this series, which works fantastic for, well, the older style equipment. All right, let me just grab this here. I didn't quite get a straight line there, so we'll probably have a little bit we're gonna have to go back and get, but we'll worry about in the next pass. So let me finish up here with this field, and then when we're done with that, we're gonna head into town. Well, we're actually already in town. We're gonna head to the store and get some bales. All right, got the slurry all spread in that field, got the tanker put away, so we got our bale trailer here, and let's head down to the dealership. And like I mentioned before, we're gonna get, so no contact was made, so no insurance, yay. But as I mentioned before, we're gonna get some bales of straw for the cows, and then on top of that, while we're there, I'm also gonna get this tractor service, because we've had a couple of cases where we were pushing, especially with the plowing, where it's stalled out, so it's definitely due for a service. And we made it here to the dealership, which is a Zeter dealership. Let's head in here and get a couple of bales. Let's see here, I believe. Yep, here we are. So let's scroll over and, oh boy, they're expensive. I think 6. Yeah. That's 54,000 liters. That's gonna have to do it. I don't want to spend too much money. Speaking of that, let's see what's on sale. We don't need that. That's modern. Oh no, there's a John Deere on sale. $66,000. And a baler. Ooh, this would make our life a whole lot easier with that baling. You already have a harvester. Yeah, we're good on harvester. I think ours is actually better than that one. But this baler, $7,000. How can we not get it? How can we not? So let's get this baler here. And so yeah, we'll take this, buy it, head back to the farm, and then we'll sell our old one, because this will be a huge improvement for us. Let's go with the old style, I think. Ooh, there's different color options. All right, so let me get this all configured up, and then we're going to go ahead and buy this. All right, got it all configured with the D800 old style. Plus, we're going to get our silage ISO tank here. And I think we're good to go. $9,242. Yes, let's go ahead and buy it. Got our bells too. Now, this tractor. Man, we do need another tractor on the farm. And this would be good, I think. Actually, oh, we can do a front loader. Let me set the license plate up here. There we go. Front loader. So this is how I'm going to justify this one. Let me just change the license plate here a little bit. There we go. $69,000. But how does I'm going to justify this? Yes, it's a John Deere, so we know my opinions on John Deere. I'm not a fan of them. However, back in the day, John Deere's were good tractors. Not so much nowadays, but back then they were really good. And this is a tractor from back in those days when they were good. So that's my justification from there. It is, meets the criteria of being an old school tractor. And we need a second tractor on the farm. It's just that we need it. The other thing though is because this is also a front loader, because we are going to sell our baler to help, because we already have a new baler, so we're going to sell the old one. And I'm going to change the bell type on this so it can load up. So that selling our old baler will help cover the cost of the baler. But because this tractor has a front loader, see yeah, there we go. That's the right type. And we have a floater. We got a floater. But we will be able to sell our little car. Oh, I missed it. We got the floater now. But we will be able to sell our skid steer loader to help cover the cost of that tractor. And yes, it's a John Deere, but it's okay. I mean, it's not modern. It's back when John Deere's were good. And I love this baler. It's another mod from ASRock, who does our 40 modding, that does the that really awesome, well done tedder, also our slurry tanker and everything else. But before we head back to the farm, because we did buy this used, let's go ahead and do our service. Oh, I'm not in the trigger. There we go. So let's go ahead and do our service on this real quick. There we go. All right, so it's basically like new now. All right, so let's get this hooked up to the baler, and then we're going to set up a little follow me to head back to the farm. I just realized we need some silage additive, because this baler takes it, and for the most part we're doing hay. But hey, if we decide to do some grass and maybe down the road some silage bales, silage additive does increase the yield of grass. Does not do it on hay, but it does do it on grass. So we're here, let's go ahead and buy it. Well, it ended up taking 2 pallets of silage additive, but we got it all loaded up, and I've got a little follow me caravan here heading back to the farm with our bales, our new to me tractor, and our new to me baler. So I will see you once we get back to the farm. Got the new baler all put away, the bale's unloaded, and we are taking our old baler back up here to the dealership. And we're going to go ahead and get this sold, and I think while we're up there, we actually might buy the front loader equipment too. Just do it all in one fell swoop. And oh my, I'm on the wrong side of the road. Oh, I've been playing too much on the English maps where they drive on the wrong side of the road. Those darn English. But let's head up here to the store and get this baler sold. And here we are. All right. Yeah, let's head back here. Let's get that sold. So let's do repair, repaint, and $18,815. Well, that's more than what our new baler costs. So I think we won there. Definitely won. So let's head over to the store and let's get a front loader for our tractor. All right, this one should work. Get the little John Deere ugly green colors going there. And let's also get a new bell spike for that. And of course, I'm going to go with my go-to here, the CSZ pack. Love these bell forks. Absolutely amazing. So let's grab that one right there and get it purchased and get it hooked up to the tractor and back to the farm. All right, here we go. That's a lot of green. Oh boy. See, this is why we need the live series, because if it was a live series, I'm sure some of you would have brought some reason into this discussion and also probably voted against us getting this, green tractor. So yeah, this is another reason we need the live series, so that way we can do a poll and do a live poll and determine if we're gonna buy ugly green tractors. But anyways, we're gonna head back to the farm, and I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and sell the skid steer loader. I don't think it's worth very much, but we'll go ahead and sell that, and I'll go ahead and do that off camera. But we'll go ahead and wrap up here. I want to thank you for watching, and I do hope to see you next week as we on July 5th convert this over to a live stream. Until then, over here on the right is going to be a link over to our Court Farm series, where we are getting close to wrapping up that series. So I hope to see you there and hope you have a wonderful day.